Okay, it's about a quarter after 10 on Sunday morning. So my apartment, for now anyway, is in Marin County. And in the southern part of Marin County, there are a lot of waterways that are all connected to the bay, the San Francisco Bay, which goes under the Golden Gate Bridge into the ocean. We get these things usually in the winter months called king tides, which means every day you get high tide, low tide, depending on the cycle, but it's usually like two of each per day. When you have king tides, you have high tide, and then it's like that high. The tides come in very, very, very high and bring a tremendous amount of water with them. And add to that, we've had a week of atmospheric river type rain, storms. And so, like Thursday, Friday, and yesterday, and it's starting again today because it's 10:15. High tides in an hour and 15 minutes. The water just comes up, even if it's not raining. The water just comes up, and I've lived out here for about 25 years. There's a section of Highway 101, which is, depending on where you're at, 4 or 5 lanes in each direction, the north-south freeway. And Marin County is structured, basically, it's just a series of little towns along Highway 101, unless you go out to like Inverness or Point Reyes out towards the coast. And there is a section of the freeway that the whole time I've lived here, man, there's an exit in between. It's over towards Corte Madera and Larkspur, south of San Rafael. It's the Lucky Drive expert or exit. It's an exit for Lucky Drive. It's low. It's very low elevation, and it's right near the Larkspur Ferry Landing, which is obviously Waterways. And so that section of the freeway floods every now and then. And I've gone through there when there's, like 6 inches of water, 8 inches of water. Well, yesterday, the whole fucking freeway, northbound and southbound, came to a grinding halt at the Lucky Drive exit because there was like 2 to 3 feet of water, if not higher, across the freeway. And I was out running errands all day yesterday, and I was intending to go through that area. So that didn't work out. So basically, I had to stay here another day because Buttercup shed last week. And, so Friday night I had to peel all the skin off of the front half of her face because she just doesn't do that anymore. She's almost 17. But I had to get mice to feed her, and those were up in San Rafael, and I couldn't get there. You couldn't do it. There was 3 feet of water on the freeway, and all the freeway exit ramps around me in the southern half of Marin, most of them were closed because they were underwater. Everything was flooded, and it didn't even rain that much yesterday. It rained yesterday morning. It rained Friday night. But it was just the tide coming up. And, we, like yesterday, we had a high tide early in the morning, then we had another high tide about 4:30. Today, high tide is, again, a little more than an hour at 11:30 a.m. And so it's like when you have the king tides, even though we've had a ton of rain, it's not raining right now, but that water is still just coming up. It's just coming up and coming up and coming up. And they've already started closing some exit ramps. I was just out running a couple of errands earlier. It's just wild, man, because it's not like, there was a hurricane or there's nonstop torrential rains or a dam broke or a levee was breached or something like that. It's just the tide, man. There's nothing you can do to stop it. There is nothing you can do to stop it. And it's just crazy. I mean, I drove through a couple areas yesterday. I saw gas stations underwater with like 3 feet of water in them. Of course, I saw a bunch of potatoes trying to drive through, stuff like that. Then they'd get in there and then their car would shut off. Martha, it ain't working. But it is a crazy, crazy thing because it's just the tide and there's nothing you can do about it. It's crazy, man. It's nuts. And it happens every year. Anyway, have a good Sunday, everybody.